Hello everyone. In this video, we will learn to explain what is meant by the concentration of a solution, to define molarity of a solution and calculate the molarity of various solutions, 3. Determine the mass of a solute from a given volume of solution. We discussed earlier that many reactions occur in solutions. Therefore, in order to do any calculations based on stoichiometry, it is important to define how much solute is present in a given amount of solution. This is called the concentration of the solution. The concentration of a solution is given by the amount of solute present in a given quantity of solution. There are different types of definitions we use to express the concentration of a solution. The most common definition is molarity. The molarity of a solution is defined as the number of moles of solute present in 1 liter of solution. Molarity is represented by capital M. Mathematically, molarity is expressed as molarity capital M is equals to number of moles of solute, which is usually represented by small n, divided by volume of the solution in liters, which is usually represented by capital V. The units of molarity are moles per liter or simply molar. If we have a 1 liter of the solution in which 1 mole of a solute is dissolved, the concentration of that solution is 1 mole per liter, or simply 1 molar. Let us do some example problems. If we look at the formula, there are 3 different variables: the molarity of the solution, the number of moles of the solute, and the volume of the solution. We give you 2 of these variables and ask you to find the third one. Therefore, there are 3 different combinations or types of problems you will be asked to solve. Let us do an example problem. Calculate the molarity of a solution prepared by dissolving 20 grams of sodium hydroxide in enough water to make 500 milliliters of solution. Let us first write down the formula. Molarity of sodium hydroxide is equal to the number of moles of sodium hydroxide divided by the volume of the solution in liters. What is given in the question? The volume of the solution is given in milliliters, but we need it in liters. So we need to convert milliliters of the solution into liters of the solution. Given 500 milliliters of solution, needed liters of solution. We need to use a conversion factor that cancels out the milliliters and introduces liters. And there are 1000 milliliters in 1 liters. Milliliters get cancelled, and if we do the math, we get volume as 0.5 liters. What else is given in the question? 20 grams of sodium hydroxide is given. But we need moles of sodium hydroxide. We have learned in earlier videos on how to interconvert between the mass of a compound and the number of moles of a compound using the molar mass as the conversion factor. The interconversion between the mass and moles is used so often in chemistry courses that it should become second nature to you. Okay, let's convert grams of sodium hydroxide into moles of sodium hydroxide. First, we calculate the molar mass of sodium hydroxide, which is 39.99 grams per mole. We start with 20 grams of sodium hydroxide and we need moles of sodium hydroxide. I'm going to multiply these grams with a conversion factor that cancels the grams and introduces moles of sodium hydroxide. That is, 1 mole of sodium hydroxide per 39.99 grams of sodium hydroxide. Grams of sodium hydroxide gets cancelled, and if we do the math, we get 0.50 moles of sodium hydroxide. Now we have both the number of moles of sodium hydroxide and volume of the solution. We plug these values into the formula to calculate the molarity of the solution. Molarity of sodium hydroxide is equal to the number of moles of sodium hydroxide divided by the volume of solution in liters. We have 0.5 moles of sodium hydroxide and half a liter of solution. If we do the math, we get 1 moles per liter or 1 molar solution. This is the first type of problem where we give you the number of moles and volume and ask you to calculate the molarity. Note that the number of moles is not given directly. It is given in the form of mass. But as I mentioned earlier, you should be able to interconvert between the mass and the number of moles easily. Second example. How many grams of potassium hydroxide are needed to make 250 milliliters of a 0.5 molar solution? Again, let me write down the formula. Molarity of potassium hydroxide is equal to the number of moles of potassium hydroxide divided by the volume of solution in liters. Let us see what is given in the question. The volume of solution is given in milliliters, but we need it in liters. So we need to convert milliliters of solution into liters. Given 250 milliliters of solution, needed liters of solution. The conversion factor that I am going to use is 1 liter per 1000 milliliters. Milliliters get cancelled, and if we do the math, we get 0.250 liters. Let's see what else is given in the question. The molarity of the solution is given as 0.5 molar. So, using the volume and molarity, we can calculate the number of moles. We plug these values into the formula. Molarity is equals to number of moles over volume. If I multiply both sides with volume of the solution, we get number of moles is equals to molarity times volume. Molarity is 0.5 molar and volume is 0.250 liters. I recommend you to write the units of molarity as moles per liter instead of molar. That way we can cancel out the liters and the answer is in moles. If you are left over with a wrong unit, that means you have set up the formula wrong. So it acts as an internal check. Anyways, if we do the math, we get 0.125 moles of potassium hydroxide. We have the moles of potassium hydroxide, but we are asked to determine the grams of potassium hydroxide. So, we can convert moles of potassium hydroxide into grams of potassium hydroxide using the molar mass as a conversion factor. The molar mass of potassium hydroxide is 56.1 grams per mole. We start with 0.125 moles of potassium hydroxide and multiply this with a conversion factor 56.1 grams of potassium hydroxide per 1 mole of potassium hydroxide. Mole of potassium hydroxide gets cancelled, and if we do the math, we get 7.01 grams of potassium hydroxide. This is the second type of problem where the molarity and volume of the solution are given and you are asked to calculate the number of moles of solute. Example 3. How many milliliters of 0.5 molar solution can be made with 25 grams of potassium chloride? The molar mass is 74.55 grams per mole. Let us write down the formula first. Molarity of potassium chloride is equal to the number of moles of potassium chloride divided by the volume of potassium chloride solution in liters. Let us see what is given in the question. The molarity of the potassium chloride solution is given as 0.5 molar and the mass of potassium chloride is given as 25 grams. And we need to convert that into moles of potassium chloride using the molar mass. We start with 25 grams of potassium chloride and we want moles of potassium chloride. We multiply it with a conversion factor that has grams of potassium chloride in the denominator and moles of potassium chloride in the numerator, that is 1 mole per 74.55 grams. Grams of potassium chloride gets cancelled and if we do the math, we get 0.335 moles of potassium chloride. Now we have the molarity of the potassium chloride and the moles of potassium chloride. We plug these values into the formula to calculate the volume of the solution. If we rearrange the formula, we get the volume of the solution is equal to the number of moles of solute, that is potassium chloride, divided by the molarity of the solution. We determine the number of moles of potassium chloride as 0.335 moles and the molarity of the solution is given as 0.5 moles per liter. Moles and moles get cancelled. The liters goes onto the top and if we do the math, we get 0.67 liters. However, we need the volume of solution in milliliters. So we need to multiply this with a conversion factor which cancels the liters and introduces milliliters. That is 1000 milliliters per liter. Liters get cancelled. If we do the math, we get 670 milliliters. This is the third type where we give you molarity and the number of moles and ask you to calculate the volume of the solution. Note that in exams you won't be given which type of problem you are asked. So one of the important skills you need to develop is to be able to identify what is given in the problem and what needs to be calculated. Second, there are several ways to do a stoichiometry problem. For example, some students start with the molarity formula and replace the number of moles of solute with the mass of solute over molar mass of the solute to do the problems in a single step. It doesn't matter what method you use to solve the problem, as long as it is logical and you get the correct answer.